They've tried this, they've fallen on their faces. Will you be the one to break the Juggernaut curse at TI? Will you show us what this hero is made of?
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. You can feel it. The energy in the air going into this match. I'm just excited to watch. It's literally the peak of the game.
I want you guys, before we do get to something special, tell me, Vision or Spirit, who will be the team standing out there lifting that Aegis with now both drafts playing out?
Spirit.
Spirit?
I think so too, but you know,
Spirit, but faith in Jug?
No, I never have faith in Jug, but I have faith in Satanic and his playstyle.
Insanio?
Honestly, it's as close to a 50-50 as I can see, but I go Spirit.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎来到赛前采访。Snarks, take it over. Ladies and gentlemen, you know this man well. One of the most iconic players in the world, going for his third Aegis. Give it up for Maposhka! Today you face Puppy, my friend. Any words to say to the coach?
No, I'm not gonna say something, but definitely you see him.
That's a big boy.
Of course. So I just wish good luck. I think in both teams got their comfort drafts. So the game will show like who is the really best team in the world right now.
Absolutely. 很显然，我不能对 Papi 说一些狠话。你们也看到他的体格了，但是我想今天两支队伍都拿到了他们想要的阵容。我们现在就看看谁才是最后的赢家。From the International One till now, there is no one more associated with TI than this man. Give it up for Papi! The time for prep is over. The time for picks is over. Now the game is on the players. Anything to say to Maposhka?
Thanks for not beating us right away. Game 5 is pretty good. Thanks to them, we got Game 5. He has done a really good job with this team. All the best of luck to both teams. Hope it's great Dota.
感谢没有提前把这个系列赛结束，我们来到了这个决胜局。我相信双方对方做的工作也非常的不错。最后的话，决胜局，我希望我们都能打出更好的表现。In one of the most legendary moments in TI history, can I please have both coaches shake some hands? Let's see it! Yeah, baby! 观众朋友们，现在就是决战时刻。
Here we go indeed. Game 5 time here at the International here in Shanghai. And Fogged, there's a Juggernaut.
Game 5 again.
What's going on? I can't wait to see what Satanic's going to have in store for us this game. An interesting pick. It was always going to be the question what the carry selection was going to be coming towards the end of the draft. But Satanic making the call to bring in the Juggernaut. Top lane, we've already had the first blood go down here in favor of Team Vision, 9 class. Looks like he's going to live in Yatoro. He might be in trouble getting chased down here with the battle hunger upon him. Noticed. He's likely gonna have him. He will.
What a play.
All right, couple of kills already to start this game off for Vision. But Fog, talk to me. Bringing the Juggernaut out here, especially in front of this crowd, they're gonna have some painful memories about this Jug.
They sure will. But this is, you look at the draft and
yep.
you can kind of see the idea, the concept behind it, right? They're looking for this immunity, this hero that has that built-in BKB like the panel was talking about, and playing versus Pango in general, right? You Rolling Thunder in, you can just get Omni Slashed. It's a theory that teams have wanted to try versus this Pango multiple different times on paper. We'll have to see what Satanic can do for it. It's incredible that I cannot believe we get a Jug in Game 5 in back-to-back finals. That's absolutely
at TI, that is absolutely amazing. And as I say, it's just going to be a pleasure to see what Satanic can do with it. It's just such a different style of carry to anything else we're seeing, right? Who else are you picking to farm a Battle Fury in 2026, Fog?
Nobody. Literally nobody. We're not seeing any Battle Furies building big up because the timing of it can be pretty difficult, but the lane, he saw his lane matchup. It isn't a double melee type of Darkseer Ion Shell pressure lane, and even if it was, Jug is pretty good versus that with the healing ward. You have ways to negate it with the spin. This is super interesting, Owen. And the matchup, the Jug versus the Lifestealer, See how that one ends up going as well, too, because times have changed. For a while, in the old school days, just like, oh, you Omni-slash the Lifestealer and he dies.
Yeah, that's
rage, right? That isn't really the case anymore. He has ways to play around it with his Infest, jumping in and out, even being tanky enough to stand through. We'll have to see how these lanes do go, because right now, Yatoro is feeling this pressure in this lane. This top lane, 9 class and Notice are doing a fantastic job. Collapse also, he is feeling the pressure on the opposing side, too. So the lanes at the moment looking very good for the side of Vision.
Might be able to chase him down in Collapse. Couple of hits, and he's gone. So already, Team Vision up 3 kills here across the lanes, and Satanic off to a very hot start. Top of the CS right now here is the safe lane Jug.
I love when we see these type of crazy high execution, high damage type of lineups, right? We have an Invoker in Game 5 as well, too. We have to mention for no one, some teams have been deterred away from picking this hero because of this counter-pick Pango matchup in the mid-game. But no one, at least in the laning phase, he's holding his own very nicely here. 19-9 to the 22-9. In the mid-game, it starts to be a bit problematic because you just get rolled on, and it can be hard to just survive. But they do have ways to protect him. I think that's with 9 class. When he gets the shard, can go for this potential save. So we're absolutely in for a treat, Owen.
You see some pretty insane Rubik plays earlier to keep the cause alive throughout the chaos that was being brought onto them.
And I specifically wanted to mention 9 class because we did say at the start of that last game, there could be a difference between the position fours. Not Me had one of the quietest Clockwork games ever, and 9 class went absolutely ham on the Coddle. So see if he can do something similar on the Rubik this game, because he has some very good spells to steal.
Structures are fortified.
Has the Fiend's Grip, he has the save that he can do with the Shard as well too, even stealing some of the Pango spells. Great options. Lane's starting to get broken a bit here.
And talking about the last pick for Vision, you know, over on the side of Spirit, their last pick going for the Darkseer for Collapse. Seems like a good game for it.
Yeah, I mean, before, like, the Jug, of course, is going to be a decent counter pick, but I think what they were looking at is they're going to have to pick an Agi carry, so this wall is going to be quite effective in overall game state. So.
Sunstrike's going to connect onto him. They've got the Bushwhack as well as Ducalis and no one step up. 9 class will die. But they'll get the trade here between the supports as both mids are momentarily drawn away from that mid lane.
Nice Sunstrikes coming in. Time and time again, no one is finding these connections. Laurel has hit the 6. She was going to get this power rune. Are they going to be ready for it? I mean, both supports probably going to TP to the mid lane to ensure that they do this 3v3 instant TP from the both of them. They know how important this rune timing can be. Brew. Get the sleep. They
The setup. They don't really have the angle, though, for not me to connect the arrow here, so we'll be fine. Bushwhack out return. It's going to allow Ducalis to step up, take that Invis rune away.
Tries for a random Sunstrike there. A nice try. Miss synergy there coming between the Rubik and the Hoodwink, using their stuns at the same exact timing there.
And they are keeping Lal low. Lal's going to have to be cautious. And a little bit.
And the nice thing for this Invoker...
Bottom. Ducalis is able to wrap across back towards the bottom lane, get the Bushwhack connection. It's the Acorn shot. They kill off Collapse whilst he's left alone.
Oh, Ducalis is having a beautiful entry into this game as well, too. There's multiple different catches. He gets the first blood at the start, and he's continuing to shut down Collapse. So the nice thing about the Invoker this game, even though he's into the Pango, in the laning phase, he can always block these arrows. Right? He's always going to have this Forge Spirit to be able to go for runes or arrows. 9 class...
They'll find him here with a rotation. Won't be able to dodge that swashbuckle coming in at the end there from Lal. Starting to get some kills themselves, Spirit, but without a doubt, you know, this bottom lane, Satanic could not be happier. Having a beautiful start to the lane. He's going to feel very safe now with the Ring of Health online. And now that he's got the level 6, that extra sort of chance to threaten a kill, it becomes a little more complicated if Collapse wants to come down here and farm.
Level 6, done. Healing Ward down, back up the full. He's chilling. This is going to be a good timing for the battlefield.
It is.
A very good timing. And he isn't playing into a Blade Mail counter, right? A lot of times when I've seen these Jugs, he ends up playing into a Blade Mail or something that just devastates him in most situations. He has to watch out for the Fiend's Grip in particular, but that's the biggest threat this game for him.
Yeah, I think that and overall the most annoying thing for the Jug is just Spirit's ability to tank up right. If it's Lifestealer, this Darkseer gets to a point where the Omni Slashes are just not going to be doing much at all, it's going to feel kind of awkward because, again, we have to sort of go back to the fact there is a reason, right, why we just don't see a lot of Jug.
Yeah, but Satanic does like it, so we'll have to see what he can do with it. A Spirit with an aggressive move here, knowing the stacks are coming out here from 9 class because they have this axe. Laurel's going to take away probably the entirety of here with the next wash. Almost gets all of it, so Noticed won't be able to get that grab, but Noticed...
8-minute power rune, not me. Nice to step over. Will be able to leap up to the high ground. Has to be careful there. The 3 of them were ready to look towards him.
Nice play from Rue. Sleeps a Forge Spirit to prevent it from getting the kill onto the rune there, so Laurel will have a regen for the next move. Yatoro was feeling some pressure at the start of the laning phase. Now that's been broken, but he will have a differential between him and the Jug. And I'm curious to see which one farms faster, a Lifestealer Radiance or a Jug with the Battle Fury.
I feel like it might be the Jug.
Might be the Jug.
With how quick he's going to get this Battle Fury Satanic, I think he might just be able to get ahead of Yatoro and stay ahead of him. We'll see.
Which has been very important in this series. It's been the competition between these two carries of who thinks they can outscale the other. We'll see who's right in this one. Is it the Lifestealer? Is it the Jug? Have to truly see. So the Darks here, we've seen a lot in this tournament. Not in this finals, of course, but the power of this hero is pretty strong when you get into the team fights in particular. A lot of these games have been revolved around these team fight successes. So see what happens when Collapse gets in with these Ion Shells on the Pango when he gets his Dominator and some of these auras, if he goes over.
And talking about the off-lane selection, were you surprised about going for the Axe here for Notice, or did you see what they're going to do? They're going to get the setup into the call, into the Sunstrike and the dunk. Talking about Notice, he's able to take Yatoro down. But yeah, this Axe pick, going for it instead of the Underlord, which the panel felt might have also been a good pick in this situation.
They want the BKB Piercing Disable.
Okay.
Number one, right? I think that's what we're starting to see. You need to have at least one, maybe even two in multiple of these lineups, because if you don't, they end up having this opportunity to just Rage TP out, Spin TP out, etc., or BKB TP out, depending on which hero it is. So I like this pick quite a lot here, and noticed he has been amazing for this team. When he gets off to a good start for Vision, he puts a lot of pressure on the map. So right away, 2 kills already in that lane. That's really solid.
On the mid, gonna get telekinesis into the cold snap. He's taking heavy damage here. Deafening Blast comes in, he's gone.
He supports Ducalis again.
And they're ready every single time around this mid. It's such a dangerous area of the map. Vision, they always bring the numbers. They'll get the Nightmare set up into the arrow and return here. Spirit trying to take down Ducalis, and they will get him, but they still have to be careful, because notice he's swung round over to the mid as well, and they can't push for anything more here, Spirit.
I love how we see both teams just the speed that they're looking to play at. Both can play super fast. Both can play these slow paces. I like even notice just swinging over. Sure, he doesn't do anything, but just getting the potential to get involved with his team.
And these two carries, who plays better in a fast-paced situation? The Jug or the Lifestealer?
Just on paper, I would say the Lifestealer, but who knows nowadays? Let's see what Satanic can do with this type of start, because this Battle Fury is going to come out pretty much now.
It's pretty much done. So a 10-minute or so Battle Fury here from Satanic on top of the treads.
And they've slowed down Yatoro now twice. So that Battle Fury, he is absolutely going to have that faster farm pace in comparison than Yatoro. And do have to look at the buff-ups, right? Yes, Lifestealer, he's going to have the Lucky Shot procs that are going to give him this armor. He's going to have the Ion Shell, but this Jug is going to have Alacrity in a lot of these fights. And Alacrity with Omni Slash is pretty terrifying if he does get a connection. Good opener here right now for Vision. A 1K lead for them. Alice also potentially finding this creep too. Extra money for him, so kills the Dominator creep of the Darks here off plus 100 for the Hoodwink.
Is in danger.
And yeah, look at that pace of timing. Level 9 as well.
He's going to farm so quickly.
Yeah, and they've got stacks already prepped for him, if I'm not mistaken. At least a couple of them all over the place.
Build-wise,
Carl.
They're going to catch him again in the mid-combo. He's got to be more careful a couple of times now. But between 9 class and no one, they're just able to 100-0 to him. It's a scary part of the map for the Pango right now. Lal, he's getting hurt pretty bad.
These supports from Vision, they're breaking him quite a bit here. Usually we've seen Spirit be the ones to make that move around Laurel to get him back in, but these first 12 minutes, they're making the moves to enable no one. Net worth, he's now surpassed that Pango, and he's got this Meteor Hammer, so he's going to be able to whittle this tower down nicely.
I mean, again, Nomi looks towards the room, but a massive burst comes through there. The Sunstrike and the Sharpshooter at the same time takes Nomi out and ensures that Vision going to be able to secure that amplified damage room. Pick up here for no one. Spirit, they'll bring Lal and Collapse back over to at least take down Ducalis in return. But again, here and there, Spirit are getting supports. Overall, Vision coming out consistently in these trades.
Some outplays coming out from supports right now on the side of Vision in comparison to Spirit. See how they want to look to get together now. Rude does have Fiend's Grip available. See if they do want to look to punish the Jug, but Satanic already in a safe position. They want to get a tower. They want to have easier access into this jungle at this point. Notice is going to have a blink pretty soon, though, so they definitely need to accelerate the fact that they go for this, because Notice, with a blink this game, can go for solo kills without Blade Mail because he's got Sunstrike. He can blink Blade, he can blink Call, and then the Sunstrike follow-up might just be enough in a lot of situations. And now no one. Meteor Hammer finished. He's actually finishes off the whole tower with it, too. And he's smoking. He's getting involved.
I mean, Rune and Law were on the hunt, but Vision, they're ready to turn and hunt them in return. Tornado into the Sunstrike, down on towards the Bane. He'll try with the grip, but Naix able to wrap around, finish him off here with the help of Ducalis, and indeed get that steal. Lyle, he's going to jump back in aggressive with a shield crash, bringing no one down over the swashbuckler. The vacuum's there under the two of them. They'll get the 2 kills. He's going to try and stab his grab with a Feast Grip Naix, but he will not succeed. Collapse, getting the triple kill. Satanic, and he chased Collapse down. And Collapse is sort of teasing around with Satanic.
The Ion Shells can start to build up. Satanic.
With the Omni Slash already used, Satanic doesn't really have anything left in the tank to threaten Collapse, but what a turn up there for Collapse. Gets involved in the action, picks up a triple kill.
Class, when he stole the Phoenix Grip at the start, he didn't have mana. He's actually asking a teammate. He's like, somebody give me something. I believe someone passed him a Lotus, but it was too late at that point. The Darkseer comes in and gets to clean up a big connection for Collapse. Top net worth for his team now, just very quickly.
Awareness there from Spirit to commit for that play after pretty much the entirety of the combo was dropped down onto the Bane. You know, Rude tanked it all at the start. Vision.
Blink is done. They're looking to get aggressive here.
Is little hope.
You said the Sunstrike connection.
It's
will
ready.
Probably be enough if he just catches anybody.
A call, a Sunstrike, and a Fade Bolt should do it. And there we have it. They get the call. Bushwhack, Sunstrike into a dunk. Notice ready to start, just kind of leading the plays. He is going to be everywhere looking for action. He will not be slowing down anytime soon.
Panic. Stepping forward here, they get the sleep onto Ducalis. Is their follow-up, they're going to use the roll.
If there's going to be any help, Notice watching from the low ground here, along with Nineclass. He's going to get the call, jumps the backlines, finds the Bane, Sunstrike in, Rue's out. Notice he'll start backing away, but indeed there is no threat to the life of this Axe right now. They struggle to tackle the beef of this man.
Vision's early game, pretty beautiful so far here. The Axe, as we said, noticed when he gets these type of games, he ends up running the show pretty effectively. 4-0 now for him. He's got the connection to look for all these kills. They've got Ion Shells.
I mean, that's such a lovely steal, right? When you're playing this aggressive with the Axe, if you keep the shell onto him, I mean, already he was getting kills in these calls. Now with a stolen Ion Shell being applied to him, he's pretty much guaranteed to get kills very quickly after the initial jump.
Spirit reading this move, bringing the numbers, Collapse in the area, level 12.
Yeah, Notice is playing careful. Very much senses that sort of presence of the Pango is a little bit of a bait.
They've got a ward on the side there. I believe they saw the Darkseer running in for a second, so we'll be able to back away. But still putting the pressure on. They're going to scout the stacks as well. They can steal these very quickly here just with Ion Shell. On the flip side, seeing the aggression coming out from Spirit, they're looking for no one, but he's able to distance himself. Sneaky arrow.
That's a very, very nice arrow there from Not Me, and one that no one was not prepared for at all. Was maybe looking elsewhere for Sunstrikes.
Absolutely, and he did the animation cancel too. There's ways that you can do it as these Marauders. If you leap and you throw it instantly in these type of ways, you can actually get that canceled animation. What a play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
The Radiance is done, and Yatoro now has access into these Ancients as well, too, so catching back up here towards that Jug, still 1,400 behind.
Not Me attempting to get some info here under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow. Don't see him.
Toro getting involved, wrapping behind.
He's ready to look towards Notice, but Notice is already away. Nineclass, he'll be left for dead here.
Stolen roll, but he's dead.
Spirit.
They're accelerating. They're starting to match.
Should be able to take away this tier 1 here with Yatoro swinging over to the mid.
Oh, that is interesting. 16 minutes in, a gem has been purchased up for Ducalis.
That's one of the earlier ones you've seen throughout the entirety of this TI?
I think so. I see a lot purchased pre-20 minutes now, but it's 16. Very early. So they're really looking to control this triangle area. They're feeling like Spirit does have a lot of vision on the map, and they're not wrong.
And they're ready to go for action. As I say, I think we're going to pretty much see this just back-to-back from Notice.
Oh, yeah.
Just every single opportunity, running at Spirit, trying to set up these plays. They want to play it fast here, Vision. Notice.
Catch, though.
Got his eyes on Rue. Will make the jump. Sunstrike's in. Yatoro thinks about trying to help with a potential infest, but can't quite get close enough in time. Has to save himself.
We're getting given such a good game 5 here. Back and forth kills. The lead was going for Vision.
Oh, that's an easy Omni Slash there. Leap won't save you. Not Me's gone. A freebie handed to Satanic as he is continuing to have a beautiful time on this bottom side of the map. 2-0-2. Flawless farm. He really could not ask for more. And this is going to be the real test right for the Juggernaut. We don't see it a lot, but he's having this good of a start. Surely this has got to bode well for him.
Surely. There is going to be tankiness that has to deal with, right? The darks here, the wall can be annoying because it can eat a lot of these Omni Slash hits as well.
I mean, I think that's why he's going for the aggression, right? We're seeing with the build, Battle Fury, Manta, and then straight for the MKB. Wants to ensure that when he does come in with the Omni Slash, he's killing these units, killing these heroes.
And the blink right afterwards, right? So you can keep the stacks the way that the blade form works, right? You blink, you keep blade form with the Omni Slash before using it. Very powerful, very potent. Just has to be careful. Can get unlucky with the bounces since there is a Dominator. There's going to be wall illusions. They're looking to try to punish here. So Spirit trying to get aggressive here. They've got the blink on Laurel. They've got Fiend's Grip at the ready. If they find Ducalis, that would be a massive pickup because he has
get that gem. He's going to show first. Actually gets a bit of a setup onto Collapse. Lar coming in with the Rolling Thunder. 9 class. Going to try and juke everything that they're throwing at him.
Just leave him. I think Ducalis is like, there's no way I'm joining you, man. I've got the gem.
Absolutely not, especially when there's 4 heroes showing up for that play from Spirit.
And Ducalis even being extra careful.
I mean,
he passed the gem over to the courier.
Okay, Collapse is going to continue to chase. So indeed, Ducalis, whilst he might die, he's able to make sure that that gem does not switch hands into Spirits.
I mean, big brain. Look, it's on the south side, all the way off the map. He's taking that gem all the way back to the base. So very smart from Ducalis to not lose it. That would have been devastating if he did get caught with it.
Spirit still making this move. Will manage to take the tier 1 tower away. So at least making progress and limiting the areas of the map that the Jug's going to be able to farm.
Notice.
Gets a call. It's going to be another pickup here that Satanic is able to get involved in. So sure, they lose the tower, but Satanic's game just continues to flourish.
And this is an interesting pivot because we don't see this as accelerated in most games. No one's going for the BKB himself. Since he's playing into that Pango, since he's playing to a lot of this magic damage and team fight, he wants to be able to actually have his body in the fights at times. Can still be dangerous for the Invoker at times, but this is a cool approach because you do need BKBs. As we're saying, team fight is everything in this Grand Finals.
And I like the change-up we're potentially going to see from Yatoro as well, right? He is queuing up the S and Y, something we don't always see the carries pick up, but in this game,
first Axe,
you need the beefiness, as you say. Against the call, against potential Omni Slashes as well, Yatoro needs to be as tanky as possible to survive through those sort of offensive plays.
Old school item build that we used to see a lot versus this Axe when you see these matchups.
In terms of that farm speed, though, as predicted, it is going to be tough for Yatoro to keep up with this Juggernaut, especially just due to the fact that Satanic is getting involved in action. You know, 2-0-3, thanks to sort of what's been brought down to this bottom lane. And at this point, I mean, for Spirit, how do you look at identifying and dealing with this Juggernaut? What's the move you are going to look to make? Or at this point, can you not really? Do you have to look elsewhere to try and get that lead back in your favor?
Oh, you still can. You Fiend's Grip, right? Sure, it's on cooldown right now, but that's going to be the big one. So it's eyes on 9 class to get the saves. 9 class, so this is cool. I was wondering which one he's going to go for, if it's going to be the Blink or the Shard. So the Blink allows him to close the gap versus the Bane and stop the Fiend's Grip.
Get these
the Shard would allow him to lift and move someone out of position, but the Grip will continue. So he goes for the Blink instead for the most aggressive type of play. And it's not only the Fiend's Grip, right? If he gets Rolling Thunder, there is other spells that he can go for as well, too.
Some pretty excellent steals for him.
Yeah. I actually
grabs this game.
To stop the Fiend's Grip. So Spirit looking to get aggressive again. They do want to slow down Satanic's progression here.
Yeah, huge kill if they can find him, but Satanic in a pretty safe location, very close to the MKB, and that's when the move becomes quite scary, right? If you don't get the grab, you don't kill him. If he gets an Omni Slash off, 20 or so minutes in with an MKB on top of the Manta Battle Fury, that Omni Slash is going to hurt.
It's going to kill most of the targets. Maybe not Yatoro, because he is this tanky at the moment, but the rest of them, perhaps it will be. Shiva's picked up, 9 class.
And have eyes on him in the trees. Not a bad grab at all. Taking 9 class out of the action means that there's less likely of sort of these next 30 seconds where Vision's going to be running at Spirit.
Spirit's ease of execution feels a little easier right now with the team fight that comes in from the dark here. A lot of the team fight, it's going to be reliant on Noticed and no one at this point in the game. So we'll see if they can get this connection. Noticed will get arrowed.
Hard to close in onto him though at this
Vacuum.
tier 2 area, but tell you what, still doing a lot of damage there with that vacuum into the Minotaur.
They're trying to poke the BKB, but he doesn't use it. He has Healing Word to be able to reset. Might look to strike back here. Spirit backing up, resetting, continuing this farm. This is exactly what you want for a grand finals, though. Neck and neck.
And I mean, does Satanic want to get involved in this play? He does have level 18. It's a big Omni Slash.
I would imagine so.
If they can get the jump themselves, Vision, and allow Satanic to just step up, get that ult off, as long as he doesn't get too unlucky with the bounces, there's the potential for him to do a lot of damage at the moment.
So it looks like, I mean, maybe they do this type of play where they put Satanic in a risky position and be like, oh yeah, go for him here. And then that's where 9 class can go for the blink, cancel of the Fiend's Grip, get the potential steal, and turn it around. Because if he gets Fiend's Grip too, right, versus Yatoro, it's one of the best spells of control that he can get. Would be pretty massive if he can get that one here. Forge Spirits pushing out one lane, Dominator pushing out another. Neither team gonna run into each other for these next few moments. Collapse buys the shard, blink for team fight, going back for the Lotus. More and more answers they are looking for to deal with that Omni Slash, of course. Laurel just gonna go for the Aghanims. Standard build from him. How's the Yule's looking for the Mirana? Getting closer and closer. Not me if he's able to find this Yule's in these next few moments too. Can be very annoying for Noticed. He has BKB, but if you don't use it immediately, it's going to stop your initiation in a lot of these moves.
Me?
Sneaky.
Getting some pretty good information with these Moonlight Shadows. It sort of allows them to breathe a sigh of relief every time he's sort of able to get eyes on Noticed, knowing that that Axe is not currently smoked up himself, trying to make moves against Spirit.
Yeah, that was nice. He saw both of them there, so knows that they aren't making an aggressive move at the moment here. 9 class very close to having this shard now finished up as well after the Blink Dagger, so we'll have multiple ways to potentially save. No one buys the shard as well too, so starting to play with that Quas farm to push these waves out, and they gave him the gem. So feeling protected, so he knows if there's any of these sentries placed down for him to play aggressively. For a connection here. They have a kind of triple BKB timing on the side of Vision right now with Noticed, Invoker, and the built-in one on Satanic. For a catch.
Ooh, they know someone's in the trees.
Ooh.
He's stepping up.
He's inching very far forward.
Doesn't quite come under vision.
Spirit, they're waiting for their next timing. The Aghanims is almost done for Laurel.
And I think Yatoro, I think he might not want to show up, honestly, until he kind of has these next couple of items done.
AC at least.
Yes, AC, and honestly, maybe even the Ags. It's just a question of when his timing is going to hit a point where he's ready to tackle the Jug.
Noticed is spending a lot of time moving around. He is 6-0 in this game, but he is spending a lot of time just moving. You're starting to see that differential in gold. He's got the Dominator farming for him, but look at that Darkseer. He is starting to pull ahead massively. Gonna be able to farm that Lotus Orb, so I feel like Spirit, they're getting away with some nice greed and some extra answers to deal with the Jug and to deal with the damage that comes out from Vision.
Haste!
They're just sitting back farming, as you said, waiting for that next timing. I think, yeah, Yatoro wants time. Honestly, I said I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, I want the AC, the Ags, and the MKB before I fight.
That's a lot of gold on.
It is.
I think he'll show up before that.
We'll see. Those creeps could be tempting.
They can.
Gotta get that money.
The AC and the Ags in particular, for sure. Could be a nice one to wait for. Rue, halfway toward the Aghanims, is going to potentially be able to get to that point where he has this Ag speed that can be very annoying to deal with. It's the lift. It'll cancel one, but good luck covering for the other two. You have to get a tornado connection potentially. Can be hard to deal with at times.
I mean, it's just a question as well, right? We are in Game 5 here of the Grand Finals of the International. Both teams have been pretty good so far in this series at making constant aggressive plays. Now that we're here in the Game 5, do you think we are going to see both teams lean on the more sort of safer passive style? Like, are they really going to be able to keep this pressure up at this point of the tournament?
I don't think so. Both teams have been playing super aggressive.
They're keeping it up.
I think we're going to see them keep it up.
Here we go.
And I wonder which team is thinking about, do we outscale? I think Spirit might be along that line that they think that they do outscale.
I think they might feel that.
Right, the Jug is just a bit of a limited hero, what he can do at times.
And Omni Slash, at the end of the day, you are kind of trusting in the RNG.
You are. They know where Satanic is. He gets the blink away.
I mean, it was such a huge catch, but indeed a step ahead. They will not manage to close the gap and find the grip.
And Naix Farm continues to have that separation, a 3K lead over the Lifestealer. is going to potentially be able to get this butterfly before there's any realms of that MKB. Might have to slot it in before the Aghanims on the Lifestealer.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what he
but
does.
He might have to.
Yeah, because as you say, for the matchup, obviously you want it for the items, but at the same time, the Axe does so much
It does
in just being
so
able to
much.
avoid what the
Yeah.
Jug wants to do to you. Sure, you're not going to be able to necessarily cut through that butterfly, but you're going to have a pretty high chance of surviving.
And the fact also, have to point this out, he is going butterfly, going some pretty good items for a Darkseer wall. That wall illusion is going to be pretty scary if they don't address it early on in the fights. No one? Looking for Rue. He's got backup coming in.
Do Spirit want to send anything over here? Yatoro is looking to come across to the fight.
Arrow?
They get the arrow connection onto 9 class. Yatoro will be able to quickly take out the Rue. Being noticed, he did get the call onto Rue.
1-for-1.
AC done there for Yatoro. Satanic. Gonna get chased down a bit by Collapse. Healing ward out. Collapse able to quickly punch and they get the connection in.
Trouble.
Thunder. It's a good bounce. Here's the Omnisat, but the bounce.
The illusion.
This is the struggle with the Omni Slash. Sometimes the bounces just don't hit right. Lal survives. And Collapse with the body blocks. He's trying to see if they can do something about no one.
He has to go squawk away.
And he's got a BKB to survive.
Oh man,
I
these
mean,
moments.
One of the
Jug.
reasons why Jug can sometimes be a bit of a risk, Fog. You press the ult, and the ult just don't hit the way you want it to hit.
And they have multiple ways to do that as well, too. With the Dominator creep from Collapse with the wall, they have 2 different ways to disengage and break that 50 seconds. That's going to allow Yatoro to close that gap in net
It
worth.
is indeed, yeah. Straight over towards the Roche pit. Carlos.
Tower is under attack.
He's going to get set up on it by not me.
Off the mark there.
Still no Collapse. Able to chase him with the Shiva's Guard. We'll get him up on the cliff. He's going to be caught up there. We'll try and get the pushback onto the 2 of them. But he will not be getting down alive as Ducalis killed off on the cliff.
Spirit getting a lot of momentum now at this point. Getting the Aegis as well, too, for Yatoro. And have to point some other things out, right? Besides the Jug Omni Slash, having this massive deficit, Lifestealer as a hero, as the game progresses further and further, you're getting killed, you're getting creep kills. His HP is going up massively. He has 400 bonus HP as well.
As I say, especially with this build, the armlet, the SMY, the AC, Yatoro is tanking up perfectly. So honestly, even if you do get fortunate with the Omni Slash bounces,
he might live.
You're not guaranteed to kill him. This Lifestealer is going to survive.
Gonna have more and more armor, more and more answers too with the Lotus, with the Shivas reducing some of this damage too. Feeling concerned here, Vision. Have to get some extra connections, have to look for something with Notice. He's been trying, as we said. He's 7-0 on this Axe, but it feels like it's been a quiet last 10 minutes of him finding some of these big core kills. Spirit just playing around it, just playing for the farm, playing to get Yatoro to this position. And Rue, we said, the Aghanims, it's very close for him as well too for that extra follow-up.
One. Him and 9 class stepping up on this top lane. Those 2, I mean, they cannot set up onto Yatoro. To try and go for Yatoro has to have this Axe around here for Noticed, and even then, with as tanky as he is, they're very unlikely to kill him in a call. And especially twice. This 3 minutes of Aegis on Yatoro. It's going to be interesting to see what Vision do about these moments.
They need the Hex, it feels like. Invoker in particular, no one, he needs to get this finished up. They need that extra bit of control to just burst these targets down. He does have it finished.
On me. Have the setup here, no one. The leap off before the Hex. They're going to try and chase on for at the same time. Collapse. Running down to Carlos. He tries to bounce away with the sharpshooter, but he's caught beneath the cliff.
They always get a catch at the same time, it feels like, on the side of Spirit. Basher now picked up for Laurel, too.
Miss Satanic, he wants to try and look for a fight. He's got this blink, has the butterfly. Omni Slash is back up.
He's got to get a big connection, and they have to deal with Yatoro twice still. It's 3 minutes still on this Aegis, so it's not an easy option to go for. 9 class wants better steals here at this point. He has Surge. It's not a bad one, to be honest with you, to be able to close that gap or even distance away for some of his cores.
Looking over to Yatoro in the mid. Standing strong as he eases around the tier 2 tower.
It does feel like the later and later it goes, this Lifestealer is going to be more and more problematic for the damage.
I think so.
It's really just the Jug who's going to be dealing that damage for him as the game does continue to progress. No one, almost level 20, so almost has that 20 talent for the Chaos Meteors, but he's been quiet this game too. Just some Sunstrikes, 0 and 2 for him.
I mean, they do have a massive sort of combo to throw down on the Lifestealer, right? If they get this call into the Invoker combo, into Satanic getting in with a big ultimate, big Omni Slash, obviously they have to watch out for the Bane.
They have to watch out for the sleep save.
It's going to be there to disrupt that sort of play. So at the same time, once they go for this, they're going to look towards the supports, right? They've got to try and find the Bane, take him out to start the fight. Collapse.
Aeon
found. Eondis is going to protect him from a lot of the Omnislash bounce.
Oh, and Collapse.
Not to allow him to survive. He gets the surge off. Bushwhack is still there, though. Is he actually able to run for this Collapse? He does tick out. The Battle Hunger finishes him off.
Can they get away on the side of Vision?
Back under the tier 2, they should be fine.
I think the re-engage. They get the call.
But they bring him down. The Collapse now gone for a minute.
Oh, this itemization from Collapse, really clever, right? Just going for this air. He almost survives all of it there. Smoke up Vision, looking to take advantage of perhaps that Aegis timing out. It's still 70 seconds.
I mean, they have to go. The fact that there is no darks here, they've got the numbers advantage. Sure, they don't have the ult, but even so, if they're able to get some sort of lockdown and Satanic's able to blink in, come in with the right clicks, he still does a lot of damage without relying on the Omni Slash alone.
And they know there's no Rolling Thunder as well, too, so they feel like they have that team fight advantage at the moment, even without that Juggernaut's ult. Axe, BKB is on cooldown, though, so has to be careful how far forward he goes. He's respawning soon, 20 seconds.
Yeah, they want something other than Yatoro. They don't want to try and take this Lifestealer down twice.
Seeing the back line, they've got a ward down.
Nineclass is going to get the info. They're going to get the vacuum here with the stolen vacuum onto the two of them. Sets up for the call to burst through Rue. Yatoro, he's ready to look for the counterplay. Jumps in aggressively with the Infest into Satanic. Satanic will lay down the healing wall, but Yatoro immediately swipes that away from him. Nineclass gets the blink off. It will manage to escape Vision. A quick retreat.
Almost 2 kills they're able to grab there. The vacuum catches the 2 of them, but the quick leap from the Mirana ends up protecting him. And an Infesteal now that he does have, so a further save that Nineclass can potentially do here in these next upcoming
could come in pretty clutch.
It definitely can.
Just sort of have that extra sort of health to allow Satanic to maybe live through some sort of jump that Spirit get onto him and buy him time to turn, get the ults off. He's going to have it back up in 10 seconds.
It'll put the Jug at, what, from 2k to 3,200 HP? That's a massive amount. And he does need some HP, it does feel like. Can get burst pretty quickly in these fights. Satanic, all aggression with his build.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's all right. Ready to make the moves here off the back of Lal.
They know Rue's there.
They're going to get the catch underneath the tier 2 tower. They'll be able to take him out before the backup arrives, but backup is on the way. Lal
flanking.
Ready to lead Yatoro into the action.
This might catch them off guard here. The Infest has already been used.
They have got the Omni Slash, though, from Satanic here, ready for Yatoro.
Ducalis thinks he knows this is coming. He actually throws a Distiller in the back line, so he's expecting a wraparound here, it looks like.
Is no more.
Poking forward here, perhaps to break the smoke, Laurel.
Fortified.
Thinking about committing, but into the triangle, a bit scary without the 5-man. Vision. How much longer do they want to stick around here as the Bane's respawning? They're still going to look for more. Notice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yet to die on this axe. Godlike for him, by the way.
Really been doing everything he can so far.
Stagnated for a slight moment in that earlier stages, but immediately afterwards finds these dream catches. So close on the numbers here. Jug continuing to keep slightly ahead. Only slight this time, though.
I mean, that's the thing.
Yatoro's catching up.
And I think when the difference is only slight, it does mean that Yatoro is feeling pretty comfortable in this matchup. Ready to start working into that MKB. It's Lifestealer. It's going to be a very difficult one for the Jug to cut down. As you say, nowadays, with the Aghanims, with the way you can play, with the Infest, it's a lot harder for the Jug to win in this matchup.
He's going to sell his phase boots. He's going to have the MK timing. They're going to smoke and look for a fight now on the side of Spirit. Perhaps looking to catch Vision off guard. The damage that's going to be from this Lifestealer, it could just kill the Juggernaut if he's not caught, if he's not doesn't have a save in particular from one of his allies. I mean, Nineclass, he still has the Infest, so eyes on Nineclass to protect this Jug.
He has to do a lot. Not only just sort of come in with the Infest play, but also try and get one of these big steals in the fight.
Sure. Or even stop this Bane, right? Because the Bane, the Fiend's Grip, the Aghanims, it is there. I believe they did see it as well. Swift Blink is picked up.
And that's huge. Swift Blink on top of the blade form, getting in there, making the clean jump, getting the ults off. It will hit hard. If this Jug is huge.
If he's alacrity as well, too, right? If he sees a target, it might just insta-kill before the save can come out, even versus a tanky Lifestealer.
But it's about getting that jump and trying to find it in a fashion that Spirit are not able to disrupt it.
So I mean, you know, we know that the neutral item that broke the Jug doesn't exist anymore, but Prophet Pendulum is also a pretty good one versus Omni Slash. So we'll have to see if that comes into play, because Laurel has it and Yatoro, the two ones that they want to burst, have a way to mitigate that damage.
I mean, they're both so incredibly tanky.
Right. Looking for a fight themselves.
Vision.
You go this
Forward.
way.
New class. And Notes stepping up to the river. Still Lyle. Owen trying to see who's in the tree line. Rolling Thunder at the ready. They'll look to chase down the mid. See if they can get their hands on Notice. Or get the call.
Deflected.
It's not going to do what they wanted to do there. Vision. Satanic's going to back up with the Blade Fury, but the grip's there. They're locking him down.
He's
Satanic's gone.
He spent the gold.
Dead for 90 seconds. Spirit, they're ready to dive on for more. Night Class falls under the tower. No one tries to hold his arm, but he's completely surrounded. He's dead.
Oh my God, Owen, collapse, you monster. The Lotus as the Omni comes out.
Quick with that. And he's still cleaning up. Collapse, he's not finished his job yet. He's looking over to Notice, ready to chase down the Axe. I don't think Notice is getting out of this one.
He's got Vacuum as well, too. He's got Notice.
Collapse playing with his food.
Collapse is playing out of his mind in this game. As clutch as possible.
He really is. And I just fit the Game 5 Grand Finals Jug Fogged. I'm getting some similar vibes as we've seen in the past.
I'm sure all the viewers are too, the fans as well in the stands. Seeing the reminiscent thing that we saw from Ame last year.
Is under attack.
We'll see again.
It was
here.
so quick that he got that Lotus onto him.
Just straight in. They want to try and turn and fight.
It was like split. I mean, he got it like split second, right?
I think it really was.
Holy crap, collapse. And then the Fiend's Grip, the hard counter versus that Jug.
No way to stop it.
So fast.
Its middle tower is under attack.
For now, he is all of their damage, really, Satanic, with him gone at the start of any fight.
And it's a small gold lead, but it feels like a very commanding move that Spirit was able to hit where you can see the pressure. Satanic, he's starting to feel it.
Absolutely. I mean, in the carry-to-carry matchup, you can just tell that Yatoro right now, he is so comfortable, so confident. He knows the matchup. He's not afraid of a Juggernaut. He knows exactly where he needs to be with his item progression. And right now, this Lifestealer at a point where it's so hard for the Jug to take him down.
Who do you Omni Slash? Like, with all this armor that they have to Lotus on Laurel too, they just have so many different ways to protect each other. So much armor. It's 50 armor on some of these heroes, it feels like, for just the Jug. And
it's so difficult for Satanic.
He can't get this connection. He can't get the damage either. This Invoker, we've seen it falter in these later stages of this tournament. No one is having a tough time in this mid game. Roche now, the option. Yatoro will get tossed in the pit from the Roche. They're going to quickly bring this down. The Roar will disarm them for a second. It will get scouted. Vision. Do they even want to fight over here? It's dangerous.
Dire are scanning.
They can. They've got to sit back. Let this go the way of Spirit, this Roche.
You do to itemize, right? What do you do for Vision to counter this? Looking for the Lincolns for the Jug.
I mean, this is the thing, right, as a Jug as well. It feels like you need so many items to make this hero work, but you've only got 6 slots like the rest of them.
And there are counters versus him. There's multiple different ones now with these Lotus Orbs. Even if potentially they have just like Ghost Scepters, right? Because he doesn't even have a Nullifier. I mean, if they even have a Ghost Scepter, they could just eat the whole Omni Slash as well, too.
He just needs so much. He
needs so much.
He wants a Lincoln Sphere, he wants a Nullifier, he wants a BKB, and then at that point, he probably wants more damage as well. So many things that Satanic has got to try and address in so little time and under immense pressure here against the lead that Spirit currently have here in this Game 5.
Laps just keeps dunking new items out, too. He has a Hex. He has 7,000 gold after these fights, too. Treating themselves to an Aghanim's on the Mirana now, level 18. Spirit, with this Aegis, going toward the high ground. 4 minutes left on it. Okay, they've got a Nullifier at the least here. So the Axe now has at least the answer versus the Aeon Disc, and I think Collapse needs to be a higher priority target for them. Although these Lotuses are going to be problematic.
I mean, Collapse has been running sort of literal circles around them in these team fights.
True. Very true.
Setting up so much.
He still hasn't decided what item he does want to go for yet. He's been queuing up Wind Wakers, a couple different ones as well to Collapse, thinking about it still.
I mean, Wind Waker could be another one that just really throws another issue the way Jug wants to play.
Laurel's in.
He's in, ready for the dive. They're able to catch no one. There'll be a quick lift up from 9 Class and an Infest to keep no one safe. He had to put the BKB here, no one. They'll turn, get the Hex out onto Yatoro. Satanic jumping in, doesn't want to commit with the Omni Slash though.
If he Omni Slashes there, he could get put into a dangerous spot and get killed, so he knows how careful he needs to be. 9 class will get nailed by the arrow. He'll be okay.
Spirit, don't need to sort of make the jump too aggressively to the high ground. Still many minutes here with the Aegis on your Toro.
I think they're starting to feel that power that they have too as the game progresses to this point. Just much easier ways for them to jump and take these fights. It's very difficult to see how Vision, it's like this 4D chess kind of angle, how they have to execute the fight. They have to get a successful Omni Slash or the fight's just over. And as we said, there's so many different angles, so many different answers. And Yatoro, on top of just tanking up with the armor, right? The longer and longer it goes, just watch that HP pool. 623 now, max HP.
Toro, ready to finish off the tier 3.
Radiant's top tower has
How are they going to push him back? A 1. The Hex into the meatball. Not enough.
So many ways to bail him out. Takes some decent damage running along the Meteor, but has the Infest. The protection is there.
I mean, Lyle could be ready to jump straight back in with him. They get this creep wave pushed forward, and Spirit see an opportunity. They might just dive again.
No one's BKB back on cooldown in 5 seconds with the Aeon Disc down for 30. Can get caught and killed. Has to play very careful. Carl.
Back onto the barracks, notice.
Paul.
You get the call, be able to drag him in decently deep, but again, the damage to threaten him even the once just doesn't seem to be there, folks.
He gets instantly lotused as well, too, so you can tell Satanic, like, I can't Omni Slash him. What am I supposed to do? Spirit. Aegis still for 90 seconds. They're backing up, looking to maximize on the map, get some of that extra farm. Not me, looking for the level 20. Getting close to that. It's a lot more burst damage they'll be able to get from that as well. See if Vision, do they want to go for some type of sneaky play outside? It feels almost necessary to catch Spirit off guard now at this point. A head-on fight feels so difficult for the side of Vision.
Full Abyssal on your Toro.
Oh god. They keep getting these massive core items. Did Collapse decide which one he wants to go for yet? Okay, he gets a BKB and then he buys it. He's going for the overwhelming blink as well afterwards. So good luck getting that nullifier on him now since he has a BKB. Can't dispel that Aeon Disc either, so looking for more answers. They're answering pretty much everything we do see that Vision is trying to answer their answers with.
And especially when you're ahead and you go for this sort of overwhelming blink, Shiva's Guard build, it's just so good at jumping in and forcing out these early reactions, right? Making the enemy team feel that they have to press these BKBs before they're able to sort of start the fight on their own accord.
And it's going to mitigate the majority of the damage that can come out from the Jug too, which is most of the damage that we've been seeing in this one.
Maybe a bit extreme, but maybe you gotta be thinking about a Rapier on this Jug. Just to go for that blink Omni Slash play, hope that it connects, hope that you get the bounces, because without something that extreme, Fogged, I don't think they're doing the damage.
It does
it's gonna
feel
be
like
tough for
they're
Satanic.
If he goes for it, right, that would be the craziest inventory either. The most aggressive inventory I think I'd ever seen if he does go for that type of build, but it might be necessary.
I mean, he could be thinking about it. As I say, for the moment being, he has Lincoln's Nullifier, BKB queued up.
Another BKB piercing disable. Yatoro, the Abyssal has been picked up. He's starting to disassemble items here. That SNY that he had disassembled. Now he has a casual Yasha. He's going to be selling the Talisman, and he will be going for that crit and an amp damage on the bottom side. Roche, still some time until it's going to be respawning.
Yeah, they'll play it careful, Spirit. They'll be waiting for their next Roche. The question is, can Team Vision get out and try for a play here in these moments before Roche is back up? They look to try here with the smoke.
Well, they have to. They have Wind Waker now, so Ducalis does have a hard save versus the Fiend's Grip as well, too. They don't have to rely on some, clearing the illusions, getting a wild grip as well, too. They do have a way to stop it at the least, but he has to be alive for that.
Smoke at the moment doesn't look like it's going to connect.
Not me. Playing on the front lines here. Level 20's hit. He does have that extra burst damage now.
Vision, they're already heading back.
Yeah, they're scared.
They could not find a chance to make a jump happen here.
Noticed is not, though.
He's very deep.
Gem. He's very far forward. He has some vision to play around it here. He's getting pinged immediately, so it does seem like they are aware of his positioning at the moment. Scaling feels like it continues to grow for Spirit, and for Vision, it has stagnated how much they are getting increased. Satanic, he's trying to think of what to buy. He's queuing up the BKB. Feels like he does need that.
I don't mind the BKB. The BKB at least allows him to jump in and sort of not have to immediately panic with a Blade Fury or an Omni Slash, right? Should give him a bit of a window to jump in and just get some regular right clicks off and wait out sort of these Lotuses before he goes for the Omni Slash. Still risky, of course. Very likely that there's going to be enough physical damage coming out from Yatoro to sort of tackle him in the 1v1 when they're just right-clicking each other.
And they have disables through it too, right? The Abyssal, the Fiend's Grip. I believe the Basher also on Laurel, and he's about to have Abyssal as well too. So multiple different ways if he does go for it.
I mean, Vision, they need this to go well.
See what they can connect with no one. He has a lot of items. It just hasn't been able. We haven't been able to see that damage that can come out from him because they just have the answers for him. It feels like.
Yeah, they have the saves. If Yatoro is able to find any sort of window to get the Rage off, to get the Infest off, feels like the fight's pretty much going to be over. They have to fully combo him down, and it's so difficult.
Execution much harder for Vision. Collapse is switched up, by the way. He's still debating which build he wants to go for here. So, Refresher is the next one that he is thinking about. Always a good hero to have it. It's to level 25 for Laurel. Collapse has hit that 25. That AoE surge. They can zoom in and out of the fights and closing the gaps versus something like the Invoker, which he hates having. Yatoro, they're gonna go for him.
They're gonna try. See if they can take him down through the combo, but there's gonna be the Nightmare by him sometime. Fiend's Grip comes out, controlling the axe. Satanic jumps in, he's looking at Yatoro.
He's got Yatoro.
They'll find the chance to bring down the Lifestealer. And now Vision, they can try and clean up more. Nobby's gonna jump away. Satanic hot in the chase in with the blink. He'll be held back by the Yules, but the further grabs there from 9-Class. Telekinesis onto Not Me. Ducalis, Satanic and 9-Class chase on forward with the stolen leaps there on the Rubik. Not Me's gone. Vision, they find exactly what they need. A fight gone wrong there. And this grand finals may have truly slipped away from them, but they get the grab, they get the catch, and they're able to bring down Yatoro.
Perfect execution of Chain Stun, literally perfect. I believe the lift catches him toward the end of things there, and he gets brought down. Beautifully done, because we did see the sleep, but it's a fraction of things that it actually ends up stopping there, and they can't prevent the rest of the damage coming through.
And time to push.
That was crazy execution from Vision.
Has fallen.
45 seconds now. Yatoro is dead. He felt like he couldn't die, but they will be able to prove that wrong on Vision. And Roche, it is spawning. Might be able to back up and go for it here with the damage that Satanic has.
It looks like they're trying to see if they get some more kills out in the mid. Satanic jumping in.
That was, I can't believe they get that kill with the team all around him as well too. 20 seconds.
Oh, I mean, he's trying to do a Meteor Hammer play here, but he gets caught by the vacuum immediately, forced the Aeon Disc out of him.
That was very risky there from no one. He gets his Aeon Disc popped, so for the next fight, he won't have that ready.
Amplified damage rune here to help with the Roshan.
Can they might be able to kill it in time.
I mean, they take it down so quickly. I think they've got this Roche easily. Spirit,
Alacrity.
They are not going to be able to get anywhere close to this. This Roche dies so quickly here with the Amplified Damage Rune on Satanic. Aegis is going to be there in his hands for the next fight. Vision coming back with an absolute fighting chance here off the back of that tier 2 defense.
That was absolutely insane. Able to find the connection when he wasn't Lotus finally. And now the potential of 2 Omni Slashes. They're there. Maybe he will be able to find these angles as well. Spirit looking for the fight. They don't want Vision to be able to set up like that again. Much longer on the amp damage. It will be going down. Timeless Bauble for the Invoker. Long disables that he can put out here.
Bringing in both the mid and the bottom lane here, Vision.
Just with that kill, it went from what? A DOTA Plus at 83 down to the 58%. So a massive one they were able to swing into here. Having this Aegis now for Satanic. Got this second life.
Such a difficult move to execute. They do it here.
Can they do it again?
Much harder when it comes to making that play into the hands, into the base of Spirit themselves.
Carl immediately gets Lotused up. They're anticipating that they're still standing out there. The banner all the way in the back lines for these creeps.
These creeps are going to do some work here.
With the Alacrity too.
Yep.
Surge to go for the banner. He will be able to take it away. Such a tense game.
Team Vision. With 3 minutes here to think about what they want to do with this Aegis.
Satanic looking to continue to get that growth. But these Jugs are really, they're allergic to buying Aghanims, Owen.
That is true. I mean, you're not wrong, especially when you've kind of already got like 8 items, 8 slots filled.
He wants that next one to be able to stand and just right-click versus that lifestealer and hold him down with the bashes. It makes sense, right? But see if that works. He did go for the nullifier in between to deal with these Aeon discs, to deal with some of these other annoying items.
Moonlight out from Spirit. Heading out.
Trying to sneak forward, collapse. Get the call.
Jump onto him, look at the call. Here comes the damage in with the Omni Slash. Collapse, gone.
Didn't have the BKB in his inventory.
Spirit, they still want to fight. Yatora gets in, takes out 9 class. Lal with the roll forward, looks towards Satanic. He's got the Blade Fury. They'll turn for no one instead. He's got the angle to keep him controlled, allowing Yatora to close it. The call is there. Notice jumps back over. The grip's there though to lock Notice down. The radial definitely blocks for no one, pushes them back. Satanic caught by the Abyssal. He'll turn, try it out right.
The grip,
the stolen.
it's stolen.
But the vacuum comes in to put a stop to it. Doesn't matter. Yatora still falls. And Satanic is ready to go once more. Off the refresh out. Another Omni Slash is being tanked heavily by the illusions. He'll blink out off to the side after it. Collapse will chase out Notice. No one being focused by Lal. They've taken the Aegis out of his hands here on Satanic. Buybacks coming in from both of them. The 3 of them collapse through Yatora. They want to go for round 2. Satanic will try and Blade Fury and run. They got
Blink's
any
gonna
way to
cancel.
catch him. Lal.
Blink gets out. Laurel chasing.
Oh, Ducalis. He gets found in the tree line, but he may have just drawn their attention away long enough to allow Satanic to run.
Look at all these buybacks. The stolen grip for a second gets canceled. The secondary Omni Slash, I think, ended up bouncing only onto
Pretty
the
much
illusions
just onto the
there,
wall illusions, but still.
Look at the buybacks.
Well, that extra chaos in the fight where they just weren't able to, even with the buybacks, find an opportunity to lock down Satanic and get that crucial kill. Satanic survives, continues to sit on an absolute mountain of wealth here. 9k gold on the Juggernaut. He has got many options.
Are they going to go for him here? They might catch him off guard.
Hex open up.
Alacrity.
There's the jump forward, Satanic. The Deafening Blast locking him down. The Infest will buy him a bit of safety. The rest of the team's trying to get over to help out. Have the Abyssal to hold back Satanic and run. Collapse. Should be able to be there with his presence to keep Yatora safe. I mean, they may be even thinking about trying to turn back over towards the Jug. Satanic heals up back to full with the healing ward.
My God, that was so scary there. If he does have Omni Slash, they can go for the kill, but Yatoro, knowing that they don't, and just get that Infest, he does survive, but a risky positioning.
I mean, Spirit,
that was insane.
Are they really going to try and stay on the offensive whilst they don't have 3 buybacks? It's going to be pretty crazy. 6 minutes here where they have to be so careful.
They're seeing, though, that Yatoro isn't as safe as he anticipated that he was from earlier. These jumps from Vision is catching them off guard a couple times here. Catching me off guard, too. Looking for more Wind Waker pickups, but as we said, there is that nullifier that he did pick up. This has seemed like the clutch answer for the side of Vision. Satanic having this one. Now going for this Abyssal.
Okay.
Can't stand his ground. They're smoking. They're looking for this. They have a win condition.
They really do.
Yatoro.
If they kill Yatoro, the game's over. Very, very likely so. Without the Lifestealer for 2 minutes, that should be enough time for Team Vision to close this one up. So Yatoro has to be protected here at all costs by Spirit. They cannot let the Lifestealer get caught. Not me. He's found.
We have the most raid boss builds I think I've ever seen on these carries. Look at this. There's both completely 6-slotted.
Yeah, Yatoro with, 5k HP here with the arm that turns on, thanks to the fact that he's picked up the Satanic on top of it.
He's just looking to tank up. Arcane Rune.
Has to survive through these calls if he does get caught by the jumps of Notice, which is very likely with how well Notice has been playing. He has been finding these jumps.
He has been. And no one can get these connections. This long hex, they will die during it. Eyes on the save, the Bane, the sleeps, the little sleep, the Lotus Orbs could be everything to protect Spirit.
They're in such a risky position, but this is what we love to see from Spirit. Even when they're in these sort of spots where they don't have buybacks, they are not afraid to take these risks. They know that you have to try for these sort of risky moves if you want to claim the Aegis of Champions. Pretty much even on the net worth here, coming up to 57 minutes here in a Game 5.
We were asking who's going to think that they have that greater late game. I think we're seeing that both of them have that great late game. Not really clearly seeing an advantage for either one at this point.
Yeah, all about the play right now.
All about the play, all about the catch. Eyes on Noticed.
Both teams have the tools.
Radiant are scanning for enemies. Are scanning for
Yeah, okay. I do see the BKB getting swapped back in. So Collapse not able to play with the Refresher Shard in his inventory. Absolutely necessary. He needs to be able to protect the Nullifier.
They're going to get the catch on towards him outside of the base. Lol!
He's got by.
I mean, Spirit They're going to try running into this. They're looking at Satanic. Yatora's going to jump in aggressive over towards him here with the Infest. The wall gets dropped down into the Abyssal. They lock down Satanic. He's going to get saved for now. Can he turn? Abyssal drop down, but he will fall. Spirit on the aggressive here.
Notice,
despite the fact they don't have the buybacks, they're ready to turn and fight. They look towards Notice. The BKB only going to buy him moments here before they inevitably bring him down.
Yatoro knows it. He's like, if they don't jump me, I'm going to kill every single one of them. So Laurel, he buys back immediately. Back the other way we go.
Again, just doing this in this situation, this is absolutely peak team spirit here in the grand finals coming up to 60 minutes in. They never play scared.
Never.
They never play scared. And now they're in a spot where, despite the fact that their buybacks are on cooldown, they might just be able to force these crucial buybacks out from Vision.
No one has a full refresher picked up here for the move. See how much damage he can do on the hold. Yatoro.
And when do the buybacks come out? Do the buybacks come out? What's the move here from Vision?
See.
Middle tower has fallen.
Toro playing it safe, going for the push here.
I mean, do you buy back or do you let these two sets of racks go? Because you still have a tier 2 down on the bottom lane. Do you just sack the two sets of racks?
I think you might. Unless they overextend on the side of Spirit and you see a position where you can go for this kill on this lifesteal, you might wait.
See how much Team Spirit try and push for. They'll take the mid racks and indeed they'll move over towards the top.
20 seconds now. At this point, you do not want to buy back. The Hex will come out. He's got saves.
I mean, yeah, it's a tough call to make here, but it feels like the lesser of the evils really here for Team Vision. They have to hold back on the buyback. They don't actually end up losing the full set top, so a little bit of a bonus for them there in that sense. But overall, Spirit strike back, able to do heavy damage here, taking out the full set mid, taking out the range racks top. But at the least for Team Vision, they don't have those big buybacks forced out. They keep their cool.
2 minutes left till Spirit has their buybacks back at the ready. Spamming the Moonlight Shadow for positioning. Seeing the pickup here from Noticed, I love this. This could be a game-winning refresher. If he gets a double call, trying to find Yatoro on the angle, could be everything for the team. They can follow up. There is going to be saves. We are seeing the Wind Waker now picked up for Not Me. It does have that potential to also get the save, even if there is a nullifier, since it's going to be a raged lifestealer. So there's a lot of layers in these team fights to look out for.
Satanic wants the Moon Shard, wants the bots to be able to play out the map, and yeah, still not the Aghanim's.
Not the Aghanim's. They hate it.
They don't like it.
Nope, they hate it. Don't know why, but they hate it. It is a short Omni Slash, of course, so maybe he's just feeling like it's not going to make the difference anyway. $60 minutes.
See what we get on the neutrals. Little bit of a breather here for both teams. They can head back, get the neutrals pretty safely. Neither team quick to make an aggressive play, as they'll just wait out those final minutes where the buybacks are going to be back online. It's only going to be Lals that's going to be on that longer cooldown.
These neutrals can make the difference always too, right? If you just get that Audacious, if you do get that crazy damage item, it could just kill these targets in one of these stuns. Baubles. They're bobbling. Collapse was hanging on to the greedy tier 3 for a very long time there. He had the bauble at the ready. He picks up the first bauble, so he'll be able to bauble secondary one, which is upgraded immediately at that 60 minutes. Yatoro, he gets the Deso.
Oh, he's going to be hitting hard.
And look at his HP, Owen. He gets the evolved one as well, too. So he's 6,000 HP, 40 armor that they need, 46 armor they need to get through.
And with the Stygian, he might just be... I mean, how does this sort of go? If these two get in a situation where they're... What have we got?
Oh, no, I think he's just going to probably bobble again on the Juggernaut with maybe Audacious bubble.
I think Audacious is going to feel pretty nice, right?
Yeah, could be the case.
A lot of attack speed, a lot of magic attack damage. That really boosts up your output.
Okay, Spirit. Looking to hit again. Buybacks are coming back up for them. They have Yatoros at the ready.
Actually switch it so he goes for the Rift Shadow Prism on Satanic.
Okay.
They're able to push out a little bit with those illusions, maybe able to play into the heads of Spirit, try and catch them out, bait them out.
That is what a lot of these players do. I mean, Yatoro and Satanic, the most notorious ones for doing these Manta and Illusion plays to bait things. Smoke on smoke action.
Will they fall for these plays from Satanic?
Roche is up. Not me. Pushing out the waves with his arrow, with his Starstorm.
Both teams pretty much getting the buybacks back online.
Book of the Dead scouting a lot here. It's an illusion, so the bait, the Rift Shadow Prism, falls for it once. All the buybacks coming back up, as we were saying. Laurel, the big one that doesn't have it for the side of Spirit. He's probably going to be playing more on the back lines in this next upcoming fight in particular.
It could be important because around this sort of fight, around the Roshan, both teams are going to want to use those buybacks.
Yeah, 100%. Who's got the smoke still left too? Spirit, they still have one. Do they have one left on the side of Vision? I'm not seeing one.
Can they find some sort of angle to approach Vision here that surprises them?
God, collapse. He hasn't really been able to find a massive vacuum, but if he does find an angle for it too, the fight could just be decided.
Especially with the refresher. Spirit on the
map.
approach.
No one.
They're going to jump the high ground. No one's going to turn straight away with the Hex Yatoro. He's going to look towards the Evoker. No one's going to get lifted back down to the low ground. On the high ground, the stun's there. The bash in on towards Notice. They turn with the Omni Sash on Yatoro though. The Abyssal as well looks at that. Nightmare comes in. Yatoro.
They save him.
They turn towards Satanic. The buyback from no one though sets up for the tornado. Allows Satanic to escape the clutches of Yatoro. But Satanic gets jumped upon by Collapse. He's out. The buybacks, they're going to have to continue to come out here from Vision. Notice buys back. Satanic still holding on to his. No one wants the refresher. A second combo drop down. But the roll-ups there as the get Lal away. He bought back for this Satanic. They have to save him. Yatoro closing in. Gets the bash. Satanic falling low. The healing ward trying to keep him alive. Bushwhack's there. Allows space for Satanic to get back to the safety of the base. And to Carlos. He'll try and get out with the Wind Waker. We'll get the blink off. He'll live. No one. He's quite actually on the front line. Steps up. Notice has the call on to Lau. They try with the burst, but the Infestial comes out. Yatoro able to break down no one. Satanic and Satanic will try and Blade Fury to live. He'll get back to the fountain, but no, the burst.
He's dead.
Dead inside the fountain.
Oh, and they've done it.
I think they have.
The 3 cores are gone.
Team Spirit. Onto the tier 4.
GG!
GG's gone! Team Spirit have done it again!
I cannot believe what we're seeing!
There's a Juggernaut!
Game 5 again!
What's going on? I can't wait to see what Satanic's going to have in store for us this game. An interesting pick. It was always going to be the question what the carry selection was going to be coming towards the end of the draft. Satanic making the call to bring in the Juggernaut. Top lane, we've already had the first blood go down here in favor of Team Vision, 9 class. Looks like he's going to live in Yatoro.